Hi guys, Michelle Galliard here from FA Well Centers and MindCore with a tidbit today about, are you doing or creating self-sabotage for yourself? So are you sabotaging what you have just spent all this effort and intention creating in your life? So we set these goals, whether you're making these health changes with us or somewhere else, or whether you're making your what are they, New Year's affirmations, or not affirmations, what are they called? They should be affirmations. They're probably goals. But anyways, when you're setting intentions for yourself, you start on a path, right? Why do you suddenly hit this roadblock and go in reverse, right? There's sometimes this self-sabotage that we create, and it's mental, right? So the mind likes to play tricks on us. It absolutely, I always explain to my clients that the mind is basically a computer or a movie screen, and it literally just sits there playing pictures all the time, right? So for one thing, be careful what you're putting, pictures, movies, and things like that. They get into our brain, the brain processes it, and doesn't know the difference between reality and non-reality. So it will create, it will record, more importantly, it will record things that have happened to us, and the brain prioritizes what it sees as reality and what it chooses to create for your reality in your life. So until we know how to get control over our thoughts and our intentions and our plans and our goals, until we start creating our day and creating our life and creating our goals, our mind will do it for us. It is, we originate from animals, the gazelle out in the grass, right? So the gazelle out in the grass, literally its only need all day is to stick its little head down and eat grass and live, right? But it's always got that little brainstem fear, fight or flight going on that is there a lion, right? So if a crackle happens, a twig snaps, it, fight or flight comes on, and it looks around for where's that tiger, where's that lion, right? But when they look around and realize there's nothing there, the gazelle puts their little head down with no frontal lobe, no processing center in there. They put their little head down and they go back to eating, like it's over. But the human brain then goes, la 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 la, but what if it wasn't a lion? What if they thought the lion was over there? And what if the lion was really over here? And we think, right, ladies, anyone? Guys, I know you do this in a different way, but we'll just sit there and ruminate about what if and what if, and what if is my favorite. It's my next book. That is my favorite statement, because what are you filling in after that? That's where your sabotage is coming from. So oftentimes when we don't know how to get the mind under control to stop that blah, 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 when the gazelle puts her head down, right? Sometimes when we are creating new plans and new projects and new goals in our life, we hit that roadblock of one, when we're changing our diet. Here's an example. I tell people, when you're shifting your diet or taking the sugars out or taking the food allergens or things that we don't need in our body, your body likes homeostasis. So it likes the homeostasis of dis-ease that you've been in. And so it will play a game with your head and say, oh my gosh, I need mama's chicken pot pie. That was my one, right? So when I try to get myself off carbs or sugar and like go totally keto for a time or something like that, there's a 2 to 3 day period when your mind will go, I'm dying. And you have to have what I tell you have to have and meet my demands right now, or I don't even know, does the brain fill it in? What is the answer, what it's gonna do? It's not gonna do anything, it's gonna get healthier. But the brain makes you believe that if you don't get mama's chicken pot pie right then, you're gonna die, right? So the mind can play tricks to sabotage, but if we have that under control, sometimes we sabotage ourselves with making poor decisions for our health and well-being, because of one possibility is sometimes there's a secondary gain. So sometimes when we're making poor decisions for our lives, it's because we're getting something out of making that decision. So when there's a secondary gain, there's some type of perk for being in that situation, or it's some sort of way of protecting ourselves from something. Or this one's not quite self-sabotage, but I have a friend who, anytime she would try to lose weight, her hubby would buy her favorite cannoli and put it in the front of the fridge. So it would be right where she sees it. It's like her favorite Dessert, because he liked her a little bit softer. So that was not self-sabotage, but it's a pretty cute story. She had to work with him on that one. But we will have secondary gains similar to that. We will have some sort of, I get attention for being sick. When I lie down with a headache, it's the only time people take care of me. I'm afraid of losing weight because what if, and we fill it in, blah, 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 right? There's something in there that we're getting out of not accomplishing our goals. So look to yourself, look in your mind. If you're having issues with accomplishing things, is there a secondary gain that you're getting out of not accomplishing it? Is there a roadblock there? And the other possibility is some people have, well, I would say most people have original traumas in their life. Unfortunately, these days, it's not like Laura and Mary on, Little House on the Prairie, but even then, there were so many traumas. We're all raised with traumas, right? I'm a mother of 4 boys. I don't think I'm doing it all right by any means. My parents didn't do it all right either, but we're all doing our best. But we never know what's going to create a trauma for someone that gets stuck in there. I've heard a story of a man who, when he was a boy, his ball rolled down the stairs in a subway station, and he ran to the top of the stairs to get it, and the mother went, and he was traumatized against stairs for the rest of his life. Did she do anything wrong? Did she whip him and beat him and nearly kill him? No, she said, like a good mother would, right? But that reacted in his brain in a way that created trauma for him for the rest of his life, terrified of stairs. So we have traumas in our lives, right? And some of us have had horrible things happen. But my question to you is there some recording in your brain that someone else put on you when you were a kid, or when you were in a poor relationship, or a bad situation, or just, is there someone that's still sitting there saying, goes right in, it goes recorded into our brain through our ears. And I can actually see people access that when I'm working with them. I can access or watch where their eyes are accessing, and if they're accessing left or right into the ears, you know that they're accessing audio recorded or an audio created. And so we record. It's like a the old days with I guess they're back, I heard, the tape recorders. Now we have the phone recorders, but we record what people say to us. So if there was that boyfriend that said, you're always going to be fat, you're always ugly, the dad that said you'll never accomplish anything, whatever, are you still allowing them to control your life when they're not possibly even in your life? But we record these things and we let them create what we are experiencing in life. So I challenge you to look back, see if there are recordings, and you'll know it because it'll be the things that you say to yourself daily. I am, very powerful words there. Be careful what you put after them. They should be positive. But they'll be the words that say, I'm so fat. I'm so lazy. I can't accomplish anything. Those are your negative self-talk. When I work one-on-one with clients, I listen. They come out of you. They always slip out. Write that down. Your negative self-talk comes out because it's how you talk to yourself all day, and it's how you've created your entire being. So it's how you're creating your health. It's how you're creating your looks. It's how you're creating your fitness. It's how you're creating your chronic illness, ailments, disease. What we think, what we speak, and what we believe about ourselves is what we create in our lives, and it's what we create in our bodies. Absolutely. When I was dealing with my major health crises, I had health crises, health issues my whole life, from babyhood up. But when I really was experiencing the Lyme and the toxic mold and the, what else did I have, autoimmune to the brain and everything, I did get to that place of sick, that all I thought about was sick. All I thought about was what if that, and what if bad, and what if bad, right? Well, I needed someone to kind of come into my presence, into my thought process and say, what if you flip that switch? And my brain had to process, well, I could think about being healthy. What would that look like? And this is how I challenge my clients, what would your life look like, in 6 months, in 3 to 5 years? We talk about different scenarios when you have accomplished your goals. And those who are stuck in secondary gain or original trauma can't do it with me. They can't. Well, I want to have more energy because right now everything is bad. And I would like it to be not bad like now. That's self-sabotage. Right there, you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're not allowing your mind to even consider the possibility of what life will, because it only will if you believe it and see it and have faith in it, right? What it will become if you allow it. So we have to change our thinking along with changing our diet and our blood sugar and all the things that we talk about here at F8. We have to change our mentality at the same time. If you just change one part of your being and not the entire part of your being, you're still probably sabotaging. At some point down the line, you may go back to habits because you haven't addressed that secondary gain or that original trauma or that reason for self-sabotaging or that mind spiraling out of control, the what if, right? So you can do some self-work. You can ask yourself, why do I sabotage that? I like to ask, when did that begin? When did you start thinking that way? Or was there anything that, was it when that thing started? Or when you moved to such and such? Or what happened? When did things change in your thinking, right? Or I've always just been that way. That's an excuse. That's a limiting belief right there. It's self-sabotage. So limiting beliefs and negative self-talk, those are self-sabotage. They're always going to destroy your plans. They're always going to destroy your goals and what you could achieve in life because you're not letting yourself see in order to create and believe, right? Yes? So flip the switch. Flip, flip, flip. I like to flip the switch. So work on it on your own. If you need someone to help you, I do one-on-one coaching through my Mind Core, and you can connect through F8 direct message or through Mind Core. It's Mind Core FC, I think, on Facebook. So anyhow, I just would love to see all of us living in our own glory, right? Living in the intention. We are, I do believe it is our fate, F8, our fate, to be healthy, vibrant, beautiful, wonderful beings that are doing wonderful good things for others and for ourselves on the planet, right? We are here for a purpose. We are not meant to be sick. We're not meant to be hurting people. We're not meant to be hating ourselves. We're not meant to be hating other people. Learning that this year, we're not meant to be hating. We're not meant to be hurting. So I believe it is your goal, your purpose, and your mission on this planet to be a healthy, whole person. And I just would love to see that. Let me know if I can help. Bless you all and have a wonderful day.